It's alternative. It's Q101.
Yes, the next single, the one that Ray Coates is busy learning the chords to, but just too late to be on stage with us tonight. It's called Mint Car.
The sun is up, I'm so happy I could scream. There's nowhere else in the world I'd rather be. Here with you, it's perfect. It's all I ever wanted. I almost can't believe that it's for real. So really don't think it gets any better than this. Vanilla smile and a gorgeous strawberry kiss. Buzzing, we swing, clouds shift by and everything is like a dream. It's everything I wish. Never guessed it got this good. Wondered if it ever would. Really didn't think it could. Do it some more, I know we should. The sun is up, I'm so busy I could burst. Yeah, you went through and me head first. Into this is perfect. It's all I ever wanted. I will feel so big it almost hurts. Never guessed it got this good. Wondered if it ever would. Really didn't think it could. Do it some more, I know we should. Say it will always be like this. Two of us together. It'll always be like this. Forever and ever and ever. Forever and ever and ever. Never guessed it got this good. Wondered if it ever would. Really didn't think it could. Do it all the time, I know that we should.
Cure. It's good to have you guys here. It's excellent.
nice of you to have
Just
us.
to say, and it's excellent. I mean, you've got a new album out, Wild Mood Swings, and
Violent meeting.
Violent. Oh, we were joking about that. The different titles confusing me again, right? The first time I heard about that title, somebody said Violent, and then it turned out it was actually Wild Mood Swings. Now you're. It's been 4 years since the last album came out when you were working on Wish. In that amount of time, you released those 2 live albums, which were really excellent. Show in Paris. In the rest of that time, what were you doing besides the fact that Boris left, Poro left, he was doing a Page and Plant tour, which, by the way, it was great hearing them do Lullaby. That was so cool. How was it? Just really quick to ask you that question. How was it hearing that?
They played with us a couple of times last year. We did some European festivals, but they didn't do it. They didn't dare to do it. I was going, go on, do it. And so Paul wanted to do it, but Robert didn't want to do it when I was there, so... I heard it on a cassette. It was funny hearing someone else do it.
Is it weird hearing somebody do something?
Yeah, I mean, it was good, I suppose, in a way.
It really was. I think it was a lot of respect for the band. I mean, it was great.
We got on very well, actually. It's surprising. I mean, I think Paul was like always a big Zeppelin fan anyway, but we all like different bits. Do we?
No.
No.
Yes, we
Well,
do.
let's face it, I mean, because you've covered, I mean, you know, besides the Doors that covered Hello, I Love You, did Hendrix on the very first import album of Three Imaginary Boys, which
You must like Led Zeppelin too.
I'm
not saying though, Rod
Let's play that. That's right now. We're going to actually play the second video off of Wild Mood Swings and let people check it out. And we'll come back and talk to The Cure a lot more. Right now, here's Mint Carr on 120 Minutes.
Car, that's different. It's,
That was actually the 13th.
she did the 13th.
Oh, okay, all right.
Richard Heslop, who was Derek Jarman's cameraman, did the Mint Car, although it's nothing to do with Derek Jarman. He was really good. He was so fast. That was the best thing about making Mint Car. We kind of had 30 plus people and like different sets, and he did the whole thing in an evening. It was excellent.
Right, and there's a lot of costume changes, a lot going on in the video.
There was a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff happening. Same with the 13th. Right, with 13th, it was kind of like this whole cinema scope. It was a little like vignette, almost like a mini movie.
It was a concept.
Well, Sophie's much. She's got a very filmic kind of way of working, and she's very meticulous. And it was excellent. I mean, we'd never met her before. We'd worked with Tim Pope like, for so long that it was kind of quite weird working with someone, particularly for me, like having to sing, you know, with someone else kind of like saying, oh, no, do it again. You know, I think you can do it better. And I think, oh, you don't know I can do it better.
Right, it's like after all those early years of working with Tim, I mean, like, you know, you see all this, like, from Love Cat stuff, I mean, all the different...
It's also, people were very nervous to kind of, to do the first video because he's got a lot of respect in that sort of world, you know, and people were a little bit reluctant to kind of step in and take his place.
Follow in his footsteps. Huh?
But Sophie was really good. Weird, but they're good.
That's cool. We're going to be talking more with The Cure after this break. But first, here's a look at the top 10 singles this week on alternative radio around the United States of America. Check it out.
Monday's black, Tuesday, Wednesday, hard to tell. Thursday, never looking back, it's Friday, I'm in love.
Welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Matt Pinfield, and I'm here with The Cure. And let's talk a bit about, you know, the new lineup and everything. We mentioned before that Porl and Boris had both left. Now, Roger, you're back, actually, after doing the whole, after doing the whole Cure thing, right? I'm sorry, after doing the first thing. How was it coming back? Did it feel comfortable? Feel like it was where you wanted to be?
Yeah, it felt really natural. It felt coming back to a family that you hadn't seen for a few years.
Oh, cry.
There was lots of crying and drinking and hangovers and crying.
Crying and drinking. The whole thing.
Yeah, it was very natural. Felt very good.
As opposed to when you weren't in The Cure, when you were crying and drinking.
You did some stuff with the Furs, of course, and you're on Disintegration, too. What did you guys hook up with Jason? Tell me a bit about that.
We were waiting outside a playground and he...
I was abducted by them, yeah.
He asked us to go into off-licence and buy him some cigarettes.
No, it was an advert in the paper, Melody Maker, and it said, very famous band, need drummer, no metalheads.
That's really how
We
we
still
took
done
him
under
anyway.
the Trace descriptions.
Despite being a metalhead, you applied.
I see. So you did it anyway, and it worked out. That's cool.
Yeah.
We had loads of... we went through 7 drummers in the first sort of 6 weeks of making the album.
Yeah.
Trying to find... I mean, that was reduced down from hundreds of applicants.
Right, because I know Martin Jilks actually done a little stint with you guys as well from the Wonder stuff.
There's I think there's 3 other drummers on the album, or 2 that made
Austin,
it. Jason
Mark.
eventually wanted to really just redo everyone's stuff.
Yeah, come play. It's like, I'll do that. I can do that, right?
Because they weren't metal enough or something.
Very metal noise pollution, right? But anyway, right now we'll be talking more with Robert and the rest of the band in just a bit. But right now we're going to show this whole video, and Courtney's looking very good in this video, by the way, with her new darker hair, and it's a really good cover of Gold Dust Woman, which is an old Fleetwood Mac song. It's from the upcoming film soundtrack for The Crow City of Angels. So check it out here in 120 Minutes. It's a really intricate website, there's a lot of different areas in there. Did you like the multimedia thing, Robert? Was it something you really wanted to do for your fans?
No, I think that the reason why we're on it, I mean, for me, is that Roger's been doing it for years. He's been surfing about in virtual reality for years. I think that when he rejoined the group, it was perceived as like the voice of the Cure, and whatever Roger said was like an opinion that we all held. And I think I felt uncomfortable, and I think Roger felt uncomfortable with that as well. And that's where the idea of us having like a site on the net came out of that, really.
Also,
and,
there's so many unofficial sites.
Yeah, and it's just there's a lot of sort of like rubbish talked about us on there, what we are doing, what we've done, what we're supposed to be doing. You know, and I kind of think, well, why don't we just do it? So, but I mean, we've got very involved in designing. Like, I mean, everything to do with it is really it's what we've put on it.
I mean, there's all kinds of linking hallways, and there's even a thing called Skeleton Closet it's got bios and updates on ex-band members. That's pretty cool. It's
And
really
there's a
interesting. And are any ex-band members locked in that dungeon?
There's one. He's permanently residing.
You really resided in there.
To make it more uncomfortable for the others we throw in later.
Okay, exactly. He's frothing. But no, anyway. But I think it's just excellent. People can check that out. Also, they can actually download the alternate version of Mint Car, which was filmed everywhere. Part of it was filmed in London. Here in Coney Island, you did that last time you were in town. Yeah. You actually, it's all your work, Robert. You edited it, and it was on a Super 8 work. Tell me a bit about that.
Yeah, well, we've been filming. It's like the longest video in history. We started making it in January in Brazil, and everywhere we went, we were taking like toy instruments and miming to Mint Car and filming it. And we got back. There's hours of stuff, and it was edited together by someone else, and it didn't work. I just thought it's like, but I knew there was some really good stuff in there, so I cut one together. It wouldn't be right to kind of put out as the official video because it's a bit self-indulgent. I mean, if you like the group, you like the video. It's funny. It's like us, like we really are, not pretending.
Right, exactly. It's your take on yourself.
Yeah, so it's just like a little sort of travelogue video. It's good fun, though.
Yeah, it's great. People can definitely get that and download and access it from the website.
You don't actually have to download it because it takes a long time to download. It'll stream live out of the net.
It'll stream live out of the net. Great.
So you don't have to download it.
That's really cool.
But you can if you want.
That's excellent, though.
If you've got 6 hours to spare.
Yeah. And
put it on a video cassette and then sell it.
Exactly. Don't go anywhere because right after the break, The Cure is going to be here playing live for us, and I am so psyched for that. I'm sure you are as well. So stay right here.
Go now, you've been set free. Another month or so you'll be gorging on me. Smile. I see you slither away with the skin in your tail. You flicker and make a glow. Why are you so far away? She said, but won't you ever know that I'm in love with you? That I'm in love with you.
And welcome back to 120 Minutes. I'm Matt Pinfield. Right now, here's The Cure with a song off their latest album, Wild Mood Swings, and it's called Strange Attraction. Cure, and this tour is pretty amazing. I mean, the show's 3 hours. I mean, you put a lot of time into it. But you literally have the band knows 80 songs, which is amazing. Simon, I mean, you've of course been the longest band member. I mean, you were out, you left for a while, but came back. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that obviously has a lot of history for you too. How do you feel about having to know 80 songs?
I'm hyperventilating. It's just. God, I am hyperventilating. I don't know. It's just. Well, we don't really know 80 songs, I suppose, do we?
Well, it's amazing how when Robert says, "Do you think you can play this?"
I think you do very well, considering. I mean, you sort of half know 80 songs. Yeah. No, I mean, it's good. There's 50 that we can just kind of play, and there's like another probably 20 that we need to have a couple of run-throughs, and then above and beyond that, they were sort of. I mean, we know them. We sort of know them all, really.
Yeah.
It's whether we can play them and feel comfortable. But I mean, like yesterday night, we did Love Song. We haven't played that in years, just because I felt like singing it, and we did it once at the sound check, and then everyone's going, "You won't do that tonight, will you?" I said, no.
Of course.
And then we did it.
Then you did it, of course, which is the thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of, as we go through the tour, of just like playing loads and loads of different stuff, because it keeps everyone interested. It keeps like not just the band, but everyone to do with like the whole show has to keep thinking about what we're doing, why we're doing it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's really good because I like the idea of being able to throw a song in if the audience is like a certain way and I feel a certain way, of just like connecting with that and just like saying, well, let's do this song. So I'm eventually going to leave holes in the set list
and then
just
see
fill
where it
them.
goes.
Yeah.
That's cool. I know you do
like an old show band would do. Yeah.
That's actually quite
Going
cool.
to take requests out of the audience.
That's excellent. I mean, you can pull out all things, like Play for Today or say M, and I mean, there's things from all different records, and I mean, you have a rich history of songs. So I mean, there's so much to draw from.
Yeah, and the good thing about all the old songs that all Jason has to do is just play 4/4.
Little primary, but we got to get Simon to do primary live. We're going to talk him into it one of these days.
Yeah, when we hand that. I practice it backstage now.
I love that. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming by tonight. It's great to have you. And people, should check out the live show, because 3 hours full on and different show every night, basically.
It's good.
It's a great thing. It's really good and great to have you. Right now, we're going to actually show a new video, but we want to mention once again that we're going to throw up that address, that email, my brain is ruined, excuse me, that internet address for the website. That's what I was trying to say. I was just trying to find the right word for address, but I think address is the right word. Here, check this out. It's up on the screen. Anyway, we're going to show another video now. Brand new one from the New York band Dog Eat Dog. Their second album is called Play Games, and they won Best New Artist in Europe in the MTV Europe Music Awards this year over Alanis Morissette and a ton of other people, and they're from like North Jersey area. We're going to show their video for Isms, so check this one out. And guys, thanks again for coming by.
Thank you.
Excellent to have you.
Thank you very much.
You're watching 120 Minutes.
Strap with all your baggage, what you bringing that for?
Everything is good these days, but all of my friends are dying. Davy May and Lisa May, but nobody else really wants to stay. Nobody else really wants to stay. Open the door, I can't stay here anymore. Open the door. Open the door. Candlelight the streets at night, thinking you're wrong, but you know that you're right. Thinking you're wrong, but you know you're alright. Open the door, I can't stay here anymore. Open the door. Open the door. Everything is good these days, but all of my friends are dying. Careful when you say goodbye. Careful stays and careless dies, but careless is and careful tries. Open the door, I can't stay here anymore. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door, I can't stay here anymore. Open the door. Open the door.
From the start, I trust in you, use me, now my life's so torn apart. That's why I'm sailing, I'm sailing on, I'm moving on, sailing on, sailing on, sailing on, sailing on. That's why we see it back and forth. Oh, but that wasn't good enough. Oh, yes, I'm back to life. Oh, back again, game is right, everything is on its stride. That's why I'm sailing, I'm sailing on. I'm moving on, sing on, sing on, sing on, sing on.
huh? Let's tie it up. Traveling, traveling. After I look at it, you didn't travel. I gave it to you. That was a nice thing. I gotta give it up. Last week, I was in Chanhassen, Minnesota with the Beastie Boys. They're rehearsing for the tour. They said, we want a piece of Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah.
I would love to dunk on it.
I might just have to set that up. You guys can play at my house. Cool.
Earth Group Thrill.
I figure if you're gonna be on tour, then you get